must keep our victims human. They aren't just statistics. They were once people with hopes and dreams. Because once upon a time, some of these victims assumed they'd be living happily ever after with their murderers. Once upon a time, some of them daydreamed about building a family. Once upon a time, some of these victims believed that their lover was the one who was going to save them. Some grew up believing that by being belittled or intimidated was just a part of love, that it was normal. The survivors of domestic violence that are present here tonight are proof that believing that a better tomorrow is possible is the only way to make it happen.
On Wednesday, October 4th, the annual Domestic Violence Candlelight Vigil was held in Davis Square. The event was a collaboration of the City of Somerville and Domestic Violence Prevention Agency Respond as a way to raise awareness during Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Unfortunately, domestic violence is still a huge issue in our society, and this event is especially important so that we can shed light on it and bring people's awareness to it and continue to combat it. And also to remember the victims of domestic violence and to pay our respects to them.
The more there's silence and the more people are afraid to talk about domestic violence, the less likely people are to get help. So the more awareness we can raise, the more likelihood people will feel empowered to get support, whether it's through community connections or providers or, local, law enforcement and things like that.
It's a public health issue, so it's really important to get the word out so that people can be supporters to other people, and also to show that it's not a private matter and that it's a matter that is important to all of us.
Response Amanda Rakemith recited names of victims and some of their stories, while candles were lit in honor of them in one of the tables around Davis Square.
The names that you see, it has their name and the date that they died. And it's just a way of honoring and remembering the victims in Massachusetts.
I'm here with my mother because I'm actually a survivor of domestic abuse. Me and my mother were one of the lucky ones. And I feel that it's the right thing to do to honor those who have fallen due to this common thing that happens.
Tables were set up to introduce different organizations that can help victims and survivors in Somerville, such as Respond and Trauma Response Network. The event also showcased the Clothesline Project, which shows shirts that highlighted emotions and thoughts from those affected by domestic abuse.
This actually marks the 30th anniversary of domestic violence awareness, and it serves as a sobering reminder of how important it is that we come together to remember and honor those lives lost to domestic violence, and to stand in support alongside those who have survived, who continue to suffer, sometimes even in silence.
As October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, the vigil is just one of the events held to raise awareness in society.
Throughout this month, we're going to be doing a lot of trainings with police departments and things like that to really strengthen getting the word out to survivors about the services that we offer.
For the first 15 years of my mother's marriage, she stayed quiet until family friend told her that this wasn't right, and it took an immense amount of strength for her to speak up. And I'd encourage people to just be supportive. And I don't know, it's something it's terrifying, but it's even more terrifying to stay in that situation.
According to National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men in the United States have experienced some form of physical violence by an intimate partner. If you or anyone else you know is being abused, please call 1-800-799-7233. To learn more or participate in future events held by Respond, visit their website at respondinc.org. For Somerville Neighborhood News, this is Sheena Zuparman.